Hello, my all dear students. I hope you all must be doing really good in these summer vacations. In this video, we will be going to talk about the chapter number 1 of history, that's the rise of nationalism in Europe. This chapter seems to be little difficult for some of the students, but actually it's not. So here we have the first topic, that's the Patrick Suryo's vision of world. Who was Patrick Suryo? He was a French artist and he prepared a series of 4 prints. Those 4 prints were actually reflecting and visualizing his dream world. He wanted to have a world in which all the people were living in the democratic, social, and the republic principles. So, out of those 4 prints, here in this chapter, we will be going to talk about the first print, that is the Pact Between Nations. This was the name which was given to the first print. We can say that those 4 prints were actually based upon the utopian's vision. What's the meaning of the term utopian? Utopian means a kind of society that is so ideal, that is so perfect, but something which was not existing at that point of time. As such, we know that during that time most of the European world was captured and ruled by the monarchs. Who were the monarchs? That means if king is ruling over a land, then his son will going to become the next king. So there the people of the Europe wanted at that point of time wanted to have a nation which should be based upon the democratic, social, and the republic principles. So that's how these 4 prints are reflected. Let's quickly go through each and every image of the first print. And at times in CBSE board, question 2 comes. It can be an objective based question, or at times even the descriptive question also comes out of it. So let's quickly pay attention. Here the first figure in the print which you can see, that's a white color of lady. This lady is actually representing the Statue of Liberty. Were very much influenced by the Americans, because at that point of time America was able to achieve the status of nation. What's the meaning of nation state? Nation state stands for a state which is no longer ruled by the monarchs, and the people have come together, they have made their own constitution, and those people share the common identity and the history. So where we can see over here that in one hand the female character over here, which is representing the liberty, is holding the torch of enlightenment as a symbol of knowledge, as a symbol of motivation to move towards the freedom. And on the other hand, this female character is holding the Charter of the Rights of Men. What does it mean? It means a list of the rights which the people of the country must need to have. The heaven, we can see over here that Christ, Jesus Christ, saints and angels, they are gazing upon the scene as if they are blessing the people and giving them their extreme support. They have been used by the artist as a symbol of fraternity among the nations of the world. Here on the ground, yeah, here on the ground you can see that certain are lying, they are shattered. What is this reflecting? It's actually reflecting the absolute absolutist institutions. What's the meaning of the term absolutist? Absolutist stands for a government or a kind of system of rule that has no restraint on the power exercised. That means there are no, restrictions. There are no restrictions on the power of which they are exercising. We can, in layman language, if we understand, that means there is no, proper set of rules and the regulations which the monarchs were following to govern the country. The word absolute in the history refers to a kind of the monarchical government that was centralized, militarized, and suppressive. So, these symbols lying on the foreground, that means in the front on the ground, is actually representing that people are fighting the of the monarch, and they all are moving ahead towards the Statue of Liberty. They are passing through the Statue of the Liberty, reflecting that, removing the monarchs and moving towards the liberty, towards the freedom, towards making their own constitution. During the 19th century, nationalism emerged as a force which brought huge changes in the political and the mental world of Europe. And what it all resulted into? It all resulted into the changes which came to Europe, that is the emergence of nation states. Now let's quickly go through that which of the uh, mm, monarchs were removed first, and which attained the status of nation state first. Here you can see in the picture right here, yeah, this side right here, that the American and flags which are reflecting. Okay, so continuing with the same topic, here we can see in the picture that the people of Europe and America, they are marching in a long train and offering respect and homage to the Statue of Liberty as they are passing by it. They all are heading towards to make themselves as the nation state. Let's quickly see that which out of all the European regions monarchs who achieved the status of nation state first. We can see here the flag of two regions, that's for America, and here is of Switzerland. So United Nations and the Switzerland, they were the first ones who already reached to the status of nation states, and that's the reason why Frederick has shown the people of these two states as if they have crossed the Statue of Liberty. Following them, the possession of freedom was taken over by the France. Here you can see the people of the France. They are standing just in front of the Statue of Liberty. That means they are about to achieve it. 48. France gained its own constitution and it under the monarch rule anymore. Here we can see that the people of the France were identifiable in the picture by the revolutionary tricolor flag of red, white, and blue. After France, then came the turn of Germany. Germany, which is bearing the flag of black, red, and gold. It's quite interesting to know over here is that sovereign created this image at the time when German people didn't yet exist as a united nation. The flag which they are carrying of black, red, and golden color, it is symbolizing, it's an expression of liberal hopes to, to unify, to unite various numerous making small regions, that is principalities, the one which were ruled by the prince or by the monarch. After German, then again it's a long train that's representing the people of Austria, the kingdom of two Sicilies, Lombardy, Poland, England, Ireland, Hungary, and Russia. Let's quickly recap the entire topic. We can see that the rise of nationalism in Europe just started. Patrick Sorio, which was the believer of a democratic, social, and republic nation states. In 1848, he visualized the world of democratic, social, and republics, and he depicted his dream through the four prints. That's how nationalism emerged in the entire Europe as a force that swept changes in politics and mentally development of a concept of the nation state with citizens having the common identity and the history arrived. Let's quickly go through a series of questions which is based on just this small topic we have covered as if for right now from chapter number 1. A few MCQs. Who was Patrick Soufrier? He was a French artist. Which of the following definition is correct of utopian society? The answer is A, a vision of society that's so perfect and ideal, but some is not existing. Very short answer type questions. You can get a 1 mark each. When French artist prepared a series of 4 prints visualizing his dream of the world, Patrick Sorio, what was Patrick's team of work made up of? Democratic, social, and republics. What is utopian society? A society that's unlikely to exist. One feature of the nation state. Here, citizens as well as the rulers, they come up together to develop a sense of the common identity and shared history. The meaning of the term absolutist institutions, it's a kind of government or a system of rule that has no restraints on the power which they exercise. There was no limit for them while exercising their powers. Then 3 marker questions. Describe any 3 main features of first print which was prepared by the French artist. This question can also be drafted in different ways. So here you can mention the 3 important points. The first is that the people of Europe and America were offering homage to the Statue of Liberty. Liberty that's been personified by a female character holding torch of enlightened men in one hand and the Charter of Rights of Men in another hand. In the foreground, lie the shattered remains of the symbols of absolutist institutions. I hope this video is going to be helpful for all my students. For any further inquiries, feel free to contact me. Thank you.